actually wrote this when I was in South Africa, and I spent some time in Durban. And while I was there, all I could think of is like, I just started thinking very globally and internationally. And I was thinking to myself, what are the universal languages? And I got two answers to that question. What's the universal language? Well, love and math. Universal. So I wrote a math love poem. For all the nerds out there, this is for you. Okay, it's called Mathematically Speaking. Mathematically speaking, if 2 plus 2 equals 4, then you plus you must equal what I've never had before, what I've always been asking for. If I gave you too much of my love for too long, would it be for our future, considering I ate all of our wrongs? Can I redo yesterday's equation if the present sum brings me to the conclusion that when I added, I didn't carry my heart? For example, 1 plus 1 equals 2, but you plus me equals 3 or more. Considering the children that would be, I'm sure that you can see that this is the pure form of love mathematics. A tad bit more difficult than statistics because it has a quantitative base. But qualitatively, I must add the numbers of your embrace. I must count the digits in your face. I must subtract extraneous variables that could affect the interview survey, like bitter friends who don't want to see you happy and convince you to drown your love in apathy. Like Hawthorne effects that get you to act differently because you know others are watching. But I've been trained in geometry, so I turn those into fractions and divide them, making it quite simple to solve. Here, let's do a word problem. If infinity was over me, plus you and me, the sum will be a goddess as the numerator, being held up by the most uncommon common denominator. But since you and I are equals, the sum could easily be simplified to 1, as we become one body and one soul, one mind with one goal, loving each other on textbook page 88, because laid down side by side, it's infinity times 2. See, 88?
Hey, that's good. Yeah, got it. Got it.
It is infinity times 2, adding up to 490-degree right angles, equivalent to 360 degrees of everlasting passion, never having to ration the action. No need to question and be asking what happened, but if you're to asking and questioning the mental serum, allow me to use a syllogism to explain the theorem. If A always equals B and B always equals C, then A always equals C. So if you are forever the air that I breathe and the blood in my veins, and living is impossible without saying your name, then without you, I cannot exist. In every way, it just makes sense. The potential outcome is definitely worth the risk. The possibility of living in eternal bliss in the midst of your kiss. After intense consideration and deep deliberation, I've come to the conclusion that there's no need to be proud and act tough. We were meant to be together. Mathematically speaking, it just adds up. Thank you.
Wow.